What up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Hems. I'm back again with another video. Today, I'll be reacting to Why You Never Poke Larry Bird, a trash talk story told by NBA legends. Larry Bird, known as one of the greatest trash talkers ever in NBA history. Some people think he is the greatest trash talker ever. So let's go right into the video.
You guys absolutely love the Larry Bird trash talk stories, and this one is one of the greatest and funniest trash talking moments of all time. Now, a few months ago I posted a Larry Bird video that did quite well on this channel, and it featured Dominique and the Atlanta Hawks, but this video is separate to that, and this trash talking moment happened a few years later. This is the time that Larry Bird went in on Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, Doc Rivers, and the whole Atlanta Hawks team, and it is hilarious. Larry Bird is one of the greatest players of all time, but he's arguably the greatest trash talker of all time as well, and this video proves that. So if you do enjoy videos just like this one, I'd really appreciate if you guys could hit that like button if you do enjoy it by the end of the video. Subscribe if you are new for videos just like this one. I also want to give full credit to all the podcast interviews and clips used in this video. They are on the screen right now, so be sure to check them out in their entireties. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so this is the reason why you don't trash talk Larry Bird, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
You guys played the Celtics, Big Three, in the playoffs, '88. What were those matchups like?
They're brutal.
We were trying to go at each other's throat.
It was unbelievable. I mean, Game 7.
Game 7 of the 1988 Eastern Conference semifinals for Dominique Wilkins and the Hawks and Larry Bird and the Celtics. It was a time to test their championship resolve. For 3 quarters, the teams fought to a standstill. But it was only a prelude to what was to come. As the final quarter began, a grueling personal contest of can you top this?
It's a goal! Put down your saber! What a game!
Dominique Wilkins was so nice. In my opinion, he's still one of the most underrated players in NBA history. He was so underrated. Dominique Wilkins was nice, man. He was nice.
Put down your saber! What a game!
2 men who brought out the best in each other.
While I was in college, I used to watch and get Sports Illustrated, and I remember seeing Dominique Wilkins. I said, man, I would love to play with this guy, not knowing anything about the...
Oh my goodness, Larry, bro. I'm telling y'all, Dominique was nice. Oh my goodness, Larry, why did you jump?
While I was in college, I used to watch and get Sports Illustrated, and I remember seeing Dominique Wilkins. I said, man, I would love to play with this guy, not knowing anything about the Hawks, but it was like, I would love to play with him, and then ended up getting drafted by Atlanta. Now Nick's my teammate.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing, y'all. Oh my goodness, Dominique was legit out here catching bodies, my goodness.
And then ended up getting drafted by Atlanta. Now Nick's my teammate. And I was like, I mean, a dream come true.
You think about those Atlanta teams with Dominique and Spud and Doc Rivers.
Tree Rollins.
And so they for sure had the respect of us. Kevin Willis was a good player, and Dominique and Doc Rivers and Spud Webb came off their bench.
And Randy with
Tree Rollins.
Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis,
yeah.
I
Jump
mean,
hook,
Cliff Robinson,
Flip Levinson.
the original Big Dog.
I'm going back, bro. I can't just keep going past these dunks from Dominique. Yo, this man he was so cold.
Atlanta teams with Dominique and Spud and Doc Rivers.
Tree Rollins.
And so they for sure had the respect of us. Kevin Willis was a good player, and Dominique and Doc Rivers and Spud Webb came off their bench.
And Randy with
Tree Rollins.
Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis,
yeah.
I
Jump
mean,
hook,
Cliff Robinson,
Flip Levinson.
the original Big Dog.
Yeah.
We were growing, we were young, we were really athletic. We had that energy that a team would need. And all we had to do was build chemistry, begin to understand each other's games, weaknesses and strengths. And we did that, and we started to flourish after the first 4 or 5 years.
They were a deep team that could score the ball, and if we weren't at our best, we were in trouble.
But with that team, they were so fun to watch because Dominique was the headliner, but everyone else around him. When you talk about Spud Webb, they would come over and play with us across the street at Georgia Tech. You say, this little joker can flat out go. First small guy getting the dunk contest, win the dunk contest, all that hype around them. The question would be, when it got crunch time, the other team would outsmart them. That was their downfall.
That was a pretty good bunch to not win it all. And they had that one, remember the Dominique, Larry Bird, big shooter.
It's game 7 in 1988 against the Atlanta Hawks. Dominique and Larry Bird.
One of the most clutch moments. I remember watching it as a kid. Got me hyped. I went outside and started shooting outside the playground, pretending I was both of y'all. But
1988.
that had to be one of the best moments.
Conference semifinals. Neek and Bird.
Game 7, the Dominique Bird series.
Shot for shot.
Shot for shot.
Dominique and Bird going back and forth.
You know, we should have eliminated them in 6.
Well, the whole series was crazy. Game 1 and 2, the Celtics won by like a combined 80 points. Like, they blew us out.
As the Hawks found themselves down to the final gasp. But back home in the Omni, they were flying high. The offensive spark plug, little Spud Webb, found a way to slither through the Celtic defense, putting together a career-best playoff performance and igniting the Hawks to a much-needed victory.
I remember coming back for Game 3 to Atlanta, and the big article in Atlanta Journal was put a fork in them, we're done. You know, and then we win Game 3 and then win Game 4, go into Boston and win Game 5. And that was a great game. I think we took control.
The Atlanta Hawks just will not surrender to the favored Boston Celtics.
Can somebody let me know in the comments, was the Atlanta Hawks back in the day? I don't know if y'all remember like the Lob City Clippers with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, J.J. Redick, Jamal Crawford. And was they similar to that team? Like they was fun to watch, but they never could get it done. Was it similar to them? Because how people describe the Atlanta Hawks back in the day with Dominique and the other players, they saw like they was fun to watch, but they couldn't get the job done. I'm just curious to see was the Lob City Clippers just like them. So let me know in the comments below.
5, and that was a great game. I think we took control.
The Atlanta Hawks just will not surrender to the favored Boston Celtics.
It's kind of a clash of two worlds. In Bird, you've got somebody who's already an icon. He's already been sanctified as a Boston Saint. And Dominique represents a different kind of basketball.
We had him, Matt, the one time. We were up 3-2.
We won Game 5 in Boston. We was not supposed to win that game, you know, the critics say. So we knew going to Game 6, I said, man, we could advance and we can beat these guys.
The frenetic Hawks, led by the Freakazoid, had old school Boston by the throat. Up 3-2 in the best-of-7 series.
All Atlanta has to do is go down to Atlanta and close the series out.
And then the last play in Game 6 was, you know, Dominique and I were the two guys that scored.
And at the end of the game, we drew up a play.
I called a timeout because they knew what we were running. We called another one.
It turned into a broken play.
I inbounded the ball to Cliff Livingston, and he was supposed to dribble handoff to either me or Dominique. DJ read it, and he top-sided me. Cliff looked at Dominique, and then Cliff went on his own.
I went to basket left-hand running hook. I was mad.
Cliff's right-handed. He shot a left-handed hook shot.
Livingston, no. Boston has won the game.
Because the play was supposed to come to me, and I'm like, Woody, don't break the play, bro. And so we ended up losing that game. And
Cliff Livingston looking off Dominique Wilkins is insane. That's actually wild. I know Dominique was mad. Now it was one thing if it was a broken play and the time going down, you don't know what to do until you put the shot up. But the play was ran for me and you still didn't pass me the ball? Oh yeah, I'm on your head. I'm on your head. We're up 3-2 against Bird and the Celtics. And this is for a game and you don't pass me the ball? Oh yeah. I would have been on your head. It's like, what? It's like, you have to give me the ball. Now, Livingston, he probably thought he had a good shot at it. But you have to give Dominique the ball. You have to give Dominique the ball. Especially the play was set up for him, too. Oh, yeah, you have to give Dominique the ball. You're up 3-2 against Boston, and you're at home. You have to give Dominique the ball. You have to. It was too much momentum on y'all side. Boston blew y'all out 2 games in a row. Y'all won 3 straight games. You have to win at home game 6. You have to. Especially the Celtics back in the day. If you didn't win that game 6, I don't know if you're beating Boston at home twice in a row. Yeah, Livingston had to get that to Dominique. I know Wilkins was mad.
Boston has won the game.
Because the play was supposed to come to me, and I'm like, Woody, don't break the play, bro. And so we ended up losing that game, and after the game.
And I remember this old lady at the airport. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. She may have been 80. Had her little purse, and she walks up to me. Hey, Rivers, you thought you wasn't coming back, did you? I will never forget that. I wish I knew who that lady was.
Barrett made a prediction. He said, Atlanta blew their opportunity. I'm guaranteeing a win in Boston.
Well, they had their chance. They had a big chance to beat us. I think now that we're going to come out and play like we did tonight, but we're going to be at home, and our shots are going to be dropping a little bit better, and we're going to be running a little bit faster. So I'd say Sunday's going to be a big win for the Celtics.
And we had to look at that, right? I guarantee a win. Atlanta blew their opportunity. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what Bird talking about. We have a great opportunity. We going in there. We going to kick their butt. We coming to win. I don't care what he said. We get to Boston, and we walk out of the locker room.
I like that from Bird. He said, yeah, Atlanta had the opportunity, but we're winning. We're winning game 7 at home. Yeah, they're not. They blew it. Yeah, we're winning game 7. I like that from Bird. But I like that mindset from Dominique. What? We beat y'all last time at home. You talking about y'all guaranteeing y'all winning, huh? We just beat y'all last time at home. I like the mindset from Larry Bird and Dominique with that. I like that.
We're talking about we have a great opportunity. We going in there. We going to kick their butt. We coming to win. I don't care what he said. We get to Boston, and we walk out of the locker room, and I stopped. I said, we going to win this bleep game. I said, if you ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war. If you guys ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war, don't even come out in the court. Don't come out here. I said, whoever guarding me tonight going to have a long night. Unfortunately, Bird was saying the same thing in the other locker room, to his teammates. So it set up for one of the greatest shootouts ever in the 7th game. And I remember
Larry Bird, he passed by our locker room. He's like, there's nobody in here can guard me. But he was just playing, though. Yeah, because he was free.
I remember before this big game against Dominique, that Larry was out shooting, and I was out shooting early at one end of the court. Larry was down at the other end, and I noticed that Larry was down there like shooting left-handed jump hooks from like 12, 15 feet. Now, he made left-handed shots, but I saw him shooting right-handed jump hooks from 12 or 15 feet. And I went down there and go like, what are you doing? He goes, my Achilles tendons are killing me. My step back it won't work tonight. I need that jump hook. And he made something in that game. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That just tells you his confidence and tells you what kind of a player he was, just to have a game plan of what shots he was going to make that night.
So it set up for one of the greatest shootouts ever.
That's actually crazy. That's what I said. Larry Bird had one of the highest IQs ever. That man was practicing his jump hooks because he knew his step back wasn't going to work tonight because Achilles tendons was killing him. That is actually insane. But that shows how great of a shooter the scorer Larry Bird was. That man was practicing left-hand jump hooks from 12 to 15 feet. That's not easy. That is not easy at all.
Shots he was going to make that night.
So it set up for one of the greatest shootouts ever in the 7th game.
Despite Bird's brash words, the Hawks seemed unintimidated. And it would quickly become apparent that if Larry was to make good on his prediction, he would have to contend with a high-flying Dominique Wilkins, who would simply play the game of his life.
Shake O'Donnell's all set, and the tip goes to Boston.
We came into Game 7 with the right mindset, believing that we would have a chance to win Game 7.
You know, it was one of those Sundays in the Boston Garden, hot, crowd crazy. They expected they were going to win. I don't think they expected to have a tussle like they had in that game.
Game 7 would go down as one of the greatest games in NBA history.
Dominique was an unstoppable player. No guy could guard him in the league man for man. You could see his competitiveness. You could see his determination in that Game 7.
There was only one player on the floor who could match his will.
Bird is open. Do they want him to take that shot? With 6 points on the drive. Parrish picks for Bird. Gets the roll. Shooting hand wide open. Bird with a very difficult angle gets it to fall.
And I remember he only had 12 points going to the fourth quarter.
I remember coming down the floor, and I remember myself, Larry Bird, and Kevin Willis. I really believe this. The reason why Larry Bird got so hot in that game, in that fourth quarter, Kevin Willis and I and Bird was running down the court. And we were running down the court, and Kevin reached across me, put his hands, and puts his finger in Larry Bird's chest, said, "Don't let this so-and-so score any more tonight." Kevin Willis came over and said, "Nick, don't let him score tonight." And Bird standing around. Next time I'm looking at Kevin. What you doing? What are you doing? You know, his Bird's eyes got like this big.
You don't want to awaken a sleeping giant. He got 12 points. Don't wake him up.
Yeah, why would Kevin Willis do that? He had oh my gosh, I don't understand. Why would you talk trash to great players once the game is going on? I get after the game, but while the game is going on, Larry Bird had 12 points after 3 quarters. That man clearly wasn't on it. Why would you talk trash then? No. And you know Larry Bird's one of the clutchest players ever. You don't talk trash to him. Hey, if you would have said something to him after the game, yeah, but not during the game. Come on, man. Come on, Kevin Willis. Yeah, he was wild for that. Come on, you can't talk trash to Larry Bird during the game.
Doing? You know, his Bird's eyes got like this big.
You don't want to awaken a sleeping giant. He got 12 points. Don't wake him up.
Are you crazy? Leave him sleep. Let him stay asleep. Yes.
What you doing?
Woke him up.
You don't wake up a sleeping giant. And his eyes got that big.
You know, it's like his eyes
got this big. I look at Kevin, what are you doing? And from that point, it was a shooting match.
That fourth quarter.
And I remember sitting down before the fourth quarter, and I'm watching the game.
And I remember they took me out for a blow, and Kevin and Cliff Livingston came in the game, and he got hot.
And I remember Coach said, "All right, Nick, go in there and slow him down." I said, "Slow him down?
He hot now. Forget that." That's the only thing I can do is try to match him bucket for bucket.
Yeah, Dominique and Larry was hooping. But yeah, once Larry Bird get hot, yeah, you can't slow him down. That's it. Dominique, he said the right thing. I just got to go bucket for bucket with him now. He already hot.
He hot now. Forget that. That's the only thing I can do is try to match him bucket for bucket.
That's what turned out one of the greatest fourth quarters ever.
So we're playing, the ball goes up. You know how you clear space, you get that rebound every day. You're not even worried about it because I push it and I go up to get it. And all of a sudden, man, there's just a force all over my shoulder. He grabs it, he dunks it. You know those short shorts? They were right here. I tell you right now. I mean, he threw that thing down and I was like, oh my, and Larry has the classic line. Larry goes, shoot, I better box that guy out, huh, Kev? I said, yeah, I suggest you put a body on him. That was one of the craziest things ever. I'd never seen a guy that high in my life. He just threw it down.
Short shorts right here, huh, kid?
Right here, baby. That was not, I still have nightmares about that, Smitty.
Obviously.
You had 47 in that game. Larry Bird had 34, but 20 of those
in that quarter. But like I said, I think he ended up with 34 for the game.
And the tool.
Wait. Dominique had 47, hooping out his mind. Larry Bird finished with 34. Yes, that's less than Dominique. That man had 20 or 22 points in the fourth quarter. My goodness. Oh my gosh. You see? That's why. See, he got 12 points after 3. You don't say nothing. Just like they say, keep the giant asleep. Don't wake him up. Oh my gosh. 22 points in the fourth quarter is insane. Well, 20 or 22 points in the fourth quarter. That is insane.
In that quarter. But like I said, I think he ended up with 34 for the game.
And the tool continues.
I don't think it was so much edge they had. I just thought it was a player that they had, and that was Larry Bird.
It's Bird's turn.
Who basically put the team on his shoulders in that fourth quarter.
The Celtics are ahead of the Atlanta Hawks. 84-82. Will return to the Garden.
And make it easier for him to bring the ball up.
Bird now cuts free.
The defense.
Tied at 88. With with it, and the foul is called. The continuation for Larry.
That's just crazy, but that's why people call him Larry Legend. Because moments like that, Larry Bird was insanely clutch. This last shot is just insane. He is falling down.
Bird attempting to break free, stays with it, and the foul is called.
That is crazy.
The continuation for Larry Bird. We're up by 7. Dominique hits a 3. Lead to Bird off the fake, improves his position. Wilkins ties it for Atlanta.
You know, Dominique was pretty much the whole game. Larry, the fourth quarter, kind of then, carried their team. That's what made him so great.
Bird cuts free, left hands into the field goal.
This is a type of game of who's going to blink first.
Wilkins responds.
Sideline between the two of them.
It's Bird's turn. And it gets it back. And Dominique high off the glass. Bird snaps free. Comes up with a shot. The Celtics lead. He comes out defensively. Now he goes into double team. It's Bird. Johnson gets it into Bird. And Wilkins is there. Bird comes free. We began the broadcast by telling you about Larry Bird, who following the game's
Him and Dominique was hooping. That was a crazy back and forth, though. That is an insane back and forth. Him and Larry Bird and Dominique was hooping out their minds that game.
We began the broadcast by telling you about Larry Bird, who following the Game 6 victory by the Celtics in Atlanta, guaranteed a win in number 7, saying the Hawks blew their chance by losing number 6. Larry Bird started the game slowly, but here in the fourth period, he has shown you why he's a future Hall of Famer. 20 points this quarter. He is 9 of 10 in this period. He has hit his last 6 field goals, and as far as Larry Bird is concerned.
Wait. I want to go back to the quote, but hold up. He scored 20 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 9 of 10, and he made his last 6 shots. Yo, Kevin Willis, bro. You caused that, bro. This is all Kevin Willis' fault. Dominique did what he could. No, this is all Kevin Willis' fault. Dominique couldn't do nothing. No, this whole thing, you should have just won Game 6. Cliff Livingston would have given the ball to Dominique, and Kevin Willis did that Game 7. Why? This is their fault. This is their fault. Dominique should be mad at Kevin Willis and Cliff Livingston. They caused this. I want to go back to this quote. Larry Bird said, "They might as well forget it. They've got no chance. They had a chance to beat us, and we all knew if we lost, it meant vacation tomorrow." Yeah. Larry Bird pretty much told the Hawks, yep, that's it for y'all. That's it for y'all.
20 points this quarter. He is 9 of 10 in this period. He has hit his last 6 field goals, and as far as Larry Bird is concerned, it's Detroit. Here we come.
You know, get the ball to Larry and let him make the read, because if they come double, he's going to make the right play. And the game wasn't that complicated for him, and he made some tough shots. Like I said, some left-handed running hooks, and and again, he wasn't feeling great at that time of the year, at that moment. And to watch him just gut it out and just to will his body to even finish that game, let alone score 20 in the fourth quarter of a Game 7 is mind-boggling to me.
Larry Bird that night was, listen, he was unbelievable, and he was so clutch. Nick was just as clutch that night. It's just that Larry in the fourth quarter was unstoppable.
So slow him down. He was so hot that I think one of the shots he hit was a left-handed 3. That's when you know a guy is in the zone.
Man, he was doing a little bit of everything. I don't know really what he was doing in that fourth quarter, but the stuff that he was doing, it was unbelievable, man. I mean, he was throwing left-hand shots, running hooks. His game was at another level. We was trying to match each other's will.
20 of his 34 in the fourth quarter. Dominique had...
Yeah, Larry Bird hit more clutch shots, in pressure situations than any player.
I told you about each and every one, right?
You talked about Larry Bird saying someone's got to lose this game. When did he say that to you? Early in the fourth or late in the fourth?
No, it was late in the fourth quarter. It was probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds to go in the game. I think it was a timeout, or we were taking the ball out of the bounds. I can't remember what it was, but I remember him saying that, and he said, we both deserve to win, but somebody got to go home. And man, to his credit, man, he took the Celtics and put them on his back. And
he would call the spot.
Yeah.
You know, but he never called a spot against me. That's kind of disrespect.
When I tell people Larry Bird talk trash.
Yes, and let you know every time.
Larry Bird telling Dominique with 30 to 40 seconds left in the game, both of us deserve to win, but somebody got to lose this game, while at the same time this man is dropping 20 points and shooting 9 of 10 from the field. I mean, but yeah, both of us playing great, but you're losing this game, Dominique. When he tell Dominique one of us got to lose this game, he talking about you, Dominique. Okay, so he finished the game with 34. They say he said after the 3 quarters they had 12, but he really had 14 after the third. Then he scored 20 in the fourth and finished the game with 34. That is insane. Yeah, this is Kevin Willis' fault. Yeah, this is most definitely Kevin Willis' fault. It's one thing if Dominique talking trash to Larry Bird, because Dominique can back it up. Kevin Willis, no. Kevin Willis, no. Kevin Willis wasn't bad, but it's like, I'm guarding him, not you. It's like, hold up. I gotta go back and forth with Bird, not you. It's like, wait, don't say nothing. Dominique, he can say something, but Kevin Willis, no, you don't say nothing. Like, Dominique, if he was talking trash to Bird, I can back it up. I'm nice. But Kevin Willis, no, don't say nothing to Bird, bro. Don't say nothing.
Against me. That's kind of disrespect.
When I tell people Larry Bird talk trash.
Yes, and let you know every time.
But it ain't the trash. It wasn't the trash word, it was the meaning. You know, it's like, I'm going to shoot left-handed this time.
Right.
Or why you put a white boy guard?
You got a white guy. Pretty much that was it. I mean, that was one of the greatest performances I've seen from a guy in those circumstances. Because you're talking about 7th game in the playoffs. To carry his team the way he did in that fourth quarter.
When you talk about the clutch shots, he hit 10 clutch shots in that game.
It was crazy, too, because it's rare in a game you feel it. Like, you know, you guys have been in games where after the games, people say, man, that was the most amazing game, but you were in it. And you're like, you know, I didn't feel that. I knew it was a good game.
Right.
That was one of the few games I was saying, this was a hell of a game right now. It was a hell of a game. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like poetry in motion. I mean, he knew how to play the game before you even got to him.
And it was a shootout in the fourth quarter. It came down to the last shot.
One left to ponder what might have been. The other to lead his team onward.
Shout out to Nick Smith for this video. That was a great video. Yeah, Larry Bird is an absolute monster. One of the greatest players ever. One of the clutchest players ever. Yeah, Atlanta blew it though. Game 6. Wait, I'm just going to go through the whole thing. First 2 games in Boston, Atlanta got blew out. Game 3 and 4, they won at their home court. Game 5, they won in Boston, which is crazy because no one ever beats Boston in Boston. Especially in the 80s, no one was beating Boston. Game 6 back at your home court. Final shot. Cliff Livingston is looking off Dominique Wilkins. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was your chance to win the series right there. Because everybody know, if you lose that game, you're not winning in Boston twice. It's good you won in Boston once. You're not winning in Boston 2 games in a row. You're not. You lost that series. And Larry Bird pretty much told them they had the opportunity. Now they got no chance. The Game 7, Larry Bird going into the fourth quarter with 14 points because he finished the game with 34. So he came in the fourth quarter with 14 points. Kevin Willis is telling Dominique don't let him score. Dude, he was already struggling. 14 points through 3 quarters. Larry Bird was not on it. Why would you do that? It's like, what were you thinking? Then Larry Bird proceeds to score 20 points in the fourth, shooting 9 to 10 from the field. Yeah, this is all Kevin Willis' fault. Dominique did what he could. Dominique was balling. But Cliff Livingston not passing to Dominique Game 6 and Kevin Willis doing that to Larry Bird Game 7, yeah, that was their fault. That's the reason why they lost the series. That's the reason. Come on. This man, Larry, scored 20 points in the fourth, shooting 9 to 10 from the field. I'm curious about the one shot he missed. But what I like about this video, though, like even when Larry Bird and Dominique was going back and forth with the scoring, both of their mindsets, both of them was killers. Because when Larry Bird said they had no chance, Dominique is like, wait, hold up, we beat y'all in Boston last time. We can beat y'all again. Because Dominique thinking, y'all can't guard me, so I don't know why y'all talking about we got no chance. Nobody gonna stop me in the court, and they didn't. He scored 47 Game 7. But Larry was like, hold up now, this is my court. You in my town now. You ain't gonna beat me on my court. And your boy talking to me too. Nah, yeah, that's it. That's it for y'all. No, that video was fire. That video was fire. So comment down below your thoughts about this video, your thoughts about Larry Bird, your thoughts about Dominique Wilkins, about their rivalry, about that series, this game. Well, also put in the comments below, was the Atlanta Hawks back in the day like the Lob City Clippers? Like they was talented, very fun to watch, but they couldn't get it done. I'm just curious to see what y'all think. Furthermore, like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video from me. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.